Welcome.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dakota Peebler. I'm a co-founder of Heirs To Our Ocean. Heirs To Our Oceans is an international nonprofit organization that is dedicated to the empowerment, education, and connection of youth globally in ocean and water protection, climate action, and eco-justice. And as Jenna mentioned, I met Jenna back in 2016, so I was 10 years old, and I had reached out because I wanted to set up an interview to learn more about her work with Sea Otter Savvy, and that ended up with me here in 2017 at the Wildlife Disturbance Symposium. So to be here now with the opportunity to share with you this research I've been doing in collaboration with Sea Otter Savvy is truly a dream, and I'm so, so grateful to be here. Over the summer, in partnership with Sea Otter Savvy, I've been investigating the frequency, nature, and outcomes of surfer sea otter interactions at two popular surfing hotspots on the Santa Cruz coast. And shockingly, it wasn't focused on 841, even though it was about surfers and sea otters during the summer in Santa Cruz. And I did see her out there a couple of times, which was cool. But as we know, it's been established that sea otters are under threat of human disturbance by marine recreationists such as kayakers, stand-up paddleboarders, boats, and more. And what Jenna and I really wanted to look into was whether or not surfers also play a role significantly in sea otter disturbance, as they're out there quite frequently. So with the use of in-the-field sea otter monitoring, as well as personal recollections from surfers that we gathered through surveys regarding their own personal experience with sea otters, we found that on average in those spots, the only times that sea otters and surfers were really getting within 100 meters of each other was when the sea otters were leaving the kelp canopy and coming to forage where the surfers were. And even when they were coming a little bit closer, we noticed that there wasn't significant behavioral changes to indicate disturbance. And we tracked that using the disturbance codes that you can see over there. And this was very different to what I noticed with kayakers and stand-up paddleboarders and boats who were going directly into the kelp canopy and disturbing entire rafts at a time. And at one point, I met a man at Lighthouse Point, which was one of our spots where we were monitoring, who I received a video from, as he had filmed a video of two jet skis going directly through a kelp canopy at that spot. So
Through a raft.
So it was significant. Also at these 2 points, especially at Pleasure Point, on average, there were very high numbers of surfers. And on one occasion, over the course of 1 hour, we counted 107 surfers. And at the end, there were 112. And what's interesting is during that hour, with that number of surfers, not a single time did a surfer or sea otter get within 100 meters of each other. And through the surveys that we collected, it was very clear. You could see there's a QR code you all can scan. You could see the results from those surveys. And also just through one-on-one dialogue, it's clear that they have very, very positive feelings towards being there with the surfers and the sea otters. And for the most part are ignored by the sea otters. So through this research, it's really been made clear that motivation matters. Surfers are out there to catch a wave, not to catch a close-up of a sea otter. That is not to say people shouldn't go out with the intention to see sea otters. I think that's why what Sea Otter Savvy does is so important, is because they're educating the public so that they can go out and enjoy seeing wildlife without actively disturbing them. So if any of y'all want to learn more about this research, have any questions, as Jenna mentioned, my poster will be back there. And during some of the networking sessions, I'd be happy to talk with you all more. And finally, I'd just love to get a huge shout out to Jenna for having supported me in this project. And since I was 10 years old, so thank you so much. And thank you to Sea Otter Savvy and Samantha, who helped me for some of the sea otter monitoring. She has an awesome poster as well. She's going to be doing a presentation, as well as the CSU Monterey-based students, Trinity, Summer, and Sienna, who also helped me with some of the sea otter monitoring. Thank you all so much.